And later, Bank of Ghana pushes open banking and digital ID to strengthen national payment systems. Many thanks for your time once again. To our very first business story, exporters are asking government to introduce measures to cushion them against potential losses from currency fluctuations as the Bank of Ghana BoG begins enforcing its new directive on the repatriation of export proceeds. The Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana says while it supports the central bank's push to instill discipline in the foreign exchange market, exporters could face financial risks if exchange rate movement erodes the value of their earnings before repatriation. Under the new framework, exporters are required to return all export earnings through their nominated banks within 120 days of shipment, with only one 60-day extension allowed upon justification. Exporters who fail to comply risk sanctions, including fines of up to 5,000 penalty units or imprisonment of up to 10 years, as part of BoG's broader push to tighten oversight in the forex market and safeguard Ghana's reserves. In a media interview, the Executive Secretary of the Importers and Exporters Association, Samson Asaki Awingobet, said while the association supports the central bank's efforts to ensure discipline, it is equally important to stabilize the local currency and support exporters whose projected earnings are affected by exchange rate movement. He further suggested that government, through the Ghana Export Promotion Authority (GEPA), should consider cushioning exporters who incur losses due to shifts in the city's performance. Samson Asaki Awingobet emphasized that such support would ensure fairness as both exporters and importers adjust to the BoG's tightened forest compliance regime. Away from that, the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana (FABAG) is demanding a business-friendly 2026 budget that prioritizes industrial recovery and restores confidence among manufacturers. The association has thus outlined 7 key expectations it wants reflected in the upcoming budget, including a reduction in nuisance taxes, measures to stabilize the foreign exchange market and inflation, as well as policies to support local manufacturing and value addition. Executive Chairman of FABAG, John Awuni, in a statement said the food and beverages sector continues to face mounting challenges that are eroding investment and threatening jobs. He made the point that rationalizing taxes and ensuring a stable macroeconomic environment are crucial for competitiveness and long-term growth. FABAG believes that a pragmatic and growth-oriented budget will stimulate investment, strengthen production capacity, while enhancing Ghana's position as a manufacturing and trade hub in West Africa. In more business news, the Bank of Ghana (BoG) is charting a new course for the country's payment systems through a forward-looking strategy that will promote innovation and expand financial inclusion to safeguard stability across the digital economy. Speaking at the opening of the Public National Payment System Workshops 2025 in Accra, First Deputy Governor Dr. Zachary Momuni said the new National Payment System Strategy 2025 to 2029 will prioritize interoperability, open banking and digital infrastructure as key enablers of growth and inclusion. Dr. Momuni explained that the updated strategy will introduce data sharing frameworks, electronic Know Your Customer (EKYC) systems, as well as trusted digital identity solutions to make participation in the payments ecosystem easier and more cost-effective for both banks and non-bank entities. The Deputy Governor emphasized that as Ghana's digital economy continues to mature, maintaining public trust and system integrity will remain a central pillar of the bank's regulatory approach. He also cautioned that the surge in cyber threats and online fraud must not be allowed to undermine the progress made in digital financial transformation, as he called for a stronger collaboration among regulators, industry players, and innovators. The Public National Payment System Workshop 2025 brought together key stakeholders including banks, fintechs, payment service providers, mobile money operators, and development partners to deliberate on the draft strategy. The final document is expected to guide policy direction and investment in Ghana's payment ecosystem over the next 5 years. Away from that, the ambassador of Ghana to the United States, Victor Smith, has called on American businesses and investors to take advantage of Ghana's new pro-business environment and expanding investment opportunities. Speaking at a business meeting held at McPherson Square, Washington, D.C., Ambassador Smith reaffirmed the commitment of the new administration of President John Dramani Mahama to building a vibrant, inclusive, and investor-friendly economy. The meeting brought together a cross-section of U.S. business executives, investors, environmental experts, and professionals from across sectors, including energy, agriculture, infrastructure, and digital technology. Ambassador Smith outlined key achievements under the new administration's economic recovery agenda, including the elimination of nuisance taxes, stabilization of the exchange rate, and a significant reduction in inflation. He noted that S&P Global Ratings had recently upgraded Ghana's country risk outlook from junk to B negative, a move reflecting renewed international confidence in Ghana's economic management. Highlighting President Mahama's flagship 24-hour economy initiative, Ambassador Smith described it as a bold job-creating plan designed to boost productivity, expand access to employment, and modernize agriculture and industry. He explained that the policy was already in motion, with Tema and Takrady ports operating 24 hours daily to improve trade efficiency, while legal reforms to the Ghana Investment Promotion Center (GIPC) Act and the Labour Act are creating a more secure and flexible framework for investors. The ambassador also emphasized Ghana's investment in youth skills and digital innovation. He cited the 1 Million Coders program as a landmark initiative preparing young Ghanaians for global digital jobs and entrepreneurship. He further pointed to the formalization of the gold trade through the new Gold Board as part of the government's commitment to transparency, responsible resource management, and community reinvestment. In his closing remarks, Ambassador Smith urged both American investors and Ghana's diaspora professionals to join hands in building a stronger and more prosperous Ghana. To our very final business story, Ghana's microfinance subsector has been urged to embrace sweeping reforms, strengthen governance, and invest in digital transformation to remain competitive in a rapidly evolving financial landscape. This call came during the Ghana Association of Microfinance Companies 14th Annual General Meeting under the theme, Scaling for Impact, Empowering Microfinance Companies to Drive Industry Growth. Delivering the keynote address, Mr. David Cracknell, Managing Director of First Principles Consulting Kenya, cautioned that the industry's survival will depend on decisive collective action and innovation. Mr. Cracknell noted that the financial services sector is changing rapidly due to growing competition, digitization, and the expansion of mobile money services. He warned that microfinance companies, MFCs, risk becoming obsolete if they fail to adapt. Reflecting on the 2019 collapse of several microfinance institutions, Mr. Cracknell identified weak governance, insider lending, poor credit control, and undercapitalization as the key causes. He noted that although the Bank of Ghana responded with governance and risk management guidelines, many institutions still struggle to meet regulatory and operational standards. He urged institutions to invest in staff development and automation, distinguishing between digital credits, mobile money-based products with automated decision-making, and digitizing credit technology-driven improvement to traditional lending processes such as credit referencing and loan monitoring. And this is where we end the business news segment. Now let's take a recap of our headlines. Exporters see cushion as Bank of Ghana enforces tough foreign proceeds rule. Also, Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, FABAG, outlines 7 key demands ahead of 2026 budget. And Bank of Ghana pushes open banking and digital ID to strengthen national payment systems. We came your way with detail of these stories and many others. For more news, you can log on to zmultimedia.com, or you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and X at ZFMGH, and on TikTok and YouTube at ZMultimedia. My name is Stephen Freeman. Up next is Sports Flash with Victor Kwao. Please stay with us.
The stage is set for